I'm sorry. Hello, guys. How are you today? Phoenix is always the first. You're gonna get some prize, man, next time. Because if you if you're like the first in this chat next time, you're gonna get a prize, man, from me. Some L2MPs. Because you're very consistent. And we have to value consistency. So let's get started, guys. This is Friday, and no matter what, we have been doing those Fridays AMAs, and we're gonna keep it up forever, forever, until the sun explodes. I don't know. So, okay, let's get started. It was a pretty good week, actually. So we finally deployed bridges on the testnet, which is awesome. This is like one half of the bridges because this is bridge from units to waves. And we need to make a bridge from waves to units. And after that, that's it, guys. We are gonna be ready for big time, meaning for mainnet. And yeah, development is done, some like minor features, DAO, some interfaces. By the way, we have this competition for developers. They can create a front end for the bridge. There is like sample code that they can use. And if they create this like front end first, they're gonna get some L2MP price, I think 200K. So if you're a developer, if you happen to be a developer, start coding. I think this is great news, guys. We're very close to the completion of the development, of the core development. This is great news. And like other things are moving forward as well. Marketing campaign is like ramping up slowly, but it is ramping up. So yes, Zili campaign started. There is some promotion on Zili, and like more posts from influencers. TVL campaign for Waves is going forward. And by the way, how much TVL do we got? It was like close to 1 million. So I had this like idea to have another round of competition for this AMA to let's play one more round of FOMO, guys, for TVL campaign for Waves. Yeah, it's here. Hi, Galka. So guys, let's play another round. Not so many people are here. Maybe we shouldn't. 17 people are watching. Like, I don't think this is gonna be very impactful. Let's wait a bit. Let's wait for more people. And I will announce the rules of this competition. Graham, oh, nice to see you, man. I remember you pretty well. I thought you did a great job on the Traders Brawl. You need to do as many as possible. I'm trying, man. We will have a lot more. So I'm having another interview today. I've done a few already, and production takes time, you know, so bloggers take their sweet time with production usually. It takes them like weeks to produce something. I'm not a blogger, so but the quality is good, and Trader Brawl quality is very good. I liked especially the clip from yesterday about like trustless, and I think it was a very professional clip. not because of myself, but because Adel is a very good blogger actually, and he has a very good production team. So check it out. My Twitter, it's very short, but I think it's like it's good. I look like, like a presentable speaker in it. So it's cool. Uh, hi from I'm from Informasi. What's Informasi? When can you exchange BTC WG one-to-one for BTC or cash out? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It depends on how well units launches. And meanwhile, we stick to the plan to buy it back with WX fees, but the fees are low, so we have this problem, and we need to increase those fees. I can tell you, man. So if I have the means to pay it, I would do that. But we need to actually approach this task as a whole, so not like we need to resolve everything. And BTC scene is just one of those problems that we have been struggling with, and it will be resolved, but I can't give you the exact days. And a good estimate or like a good milestone for this would be the launch of Units network, and that could actually bring a lot of new liquidity to the ecosystem and a lot of new people, and we would have some additional cash flows, and we could channel those cash flows to BTC buyback. I'm from Indonesia. Hi, Bangor. Hi, I remember IndoX, a very good exchange. I remember meeting its owner back in 2017. Uh, I hope to be in Indonesia someday. If there is some event, let me know. Units is starting. Yes, so I started asking, I started replying to the questions, but probably I'm not finished with my introduction. So yes, otherwise, what else we had last week? More people are coming. There is some like buying activity around L2MP. L2MP is like clearly undervalued. I won't go into details so that I'm not like giving you financial advice. But if you add two and two, you would see that there is some like very, very clear opportunity, because L2MP is very undervalued at the moment. Because it's gonna get like a big chunk of in zero supply, like more than like 10%, much more. And Unit Zero network valuation is like maybe 100 million at launch. So you should do your math, guys. That's it. I won't tell you anything else. Units. Nice to see you in a motivated mood. I'm always motivated. Sometimes I'm like maybe tired. Today I'm like tired as well, but I'm trying to look not tired. So I missed the beginning. Any new things, Galka? You know them. Bridges. How is your front end going, by the way? Hello, what is Waves Dogs? I don't know. I know Waves Ducks. Maybe you should ask Bram. Maybe this is some idea of his. How many people do we have? 30. Let's have a bit more and let's do this contest again. I want to break 1 million TVL, guys, today, if it's possible. Actually, we haven't done any promotion for the TVL campaign for Waves because it's like mostly community oriented. And until now. But we're gonna do like massive promotion in external communities for Waves TVL campaign. And you need to understand that early birds have an advantage. Yes, because the longer your waves is staked in the TVL campaign, the more points you get. So let's do this, guys. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to crack 1 million TVL here. Yeah. So let's play the same thing we played last time. I think we can repeat it. I never said I want to be original, you know, so like let's try this same thing again. So you need to participate in the TVL campaign with your waves. And there's going to be like two types of winners here. If you crack $1 million TVL, your transaction, you get 50,000 LTMP, which is not so much now, but it can become much more. Calculate the dollar value yourself. And if you make the last deposit until the block number so now we have block 996 last 3 digits. One block is 1 minute, 1 waves. So let's give you 40 minutes, guys. So it should be this block. Yeah. 3 winners. You want 3 winners, man. Let me think. Code doesn't matter. Okay, no, let's not make it complicated, man. Let's do one winner. 2 winners, basically. If you crack 1 million TVL, you are the winner, one of the winners. And if your transaction is the last transaction until the block with 3 last digits 036, you're the winner as well. And this block is included. So I will type the rules right now in the chat. Very simple. Depositor waves on units Pepe team last until the block 036, 3 last digits. Then block including. And you get 250. Not 50, but 250. And if your transaction breaks this like 1 million TVL milestone, you get 250,000 L2MPs as well. And let's not spam. Minimum deposit is 10 waves. Yes. 40 minutes, guys. 40 minutes. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so basically, introduction is done. I announced the context. I announced what you can do during this like boring AMA. And if you have some questions, I am ready to answer them. Anything goes, as you know, no moderation. So knock yourself out. I'm sure you want to know what's gonna come next in our campaign. Ask any questions, guys. Let me just Bram, yeah. Maxim Yaremchenko, are there any readily available solutions to arrange an on-chain voting and stimulate direct democracy model in the community? Man, Power Protocol, just check power.tech. I love direct democracy. I think this is like something that we are trying to do, and it should be implemented on a large scale, I guess. You have some countries, for example, Switzerland, where it's somehow implemented. Not fully, but it works. And direct democracy is the only real democracy. Representative democracy basically sucks. But let me let me not go on this tangent, because this is something that probably is not so interesting for the most people here. Yeah, so people, yeah, about good question about like currently I have come up with this proposal to increase wage inflation tenfold. You know, you know, so I'm being very bold here. Yeah, and the community is not voting. So if you ask me if it's a problem, a little bit, but I think we'll basically. I thought that this was a good idea to basically show that we can become our own masters after the Binance delisting. You know, which was very bad for us in terms of like funding the development, because all the funds go from the DAO, and Wave's price basically crashed 100%. So we don't have that much funds for development. And for me, it was like a moment that could actually serve as a clear sign that, you know, we are not gonna depend on any like centralized exchanges, guys, you know, so fuck them, basically, you know, quote me, you know, so who are they? Fuck them, you know. So, but community is kind of like squeamish and kind of like, so I'm not gonna push people to do that. So if it's not voted for, if it's not accepted, okay, I can live with that. So we'll come up with something else, because I like, this is like what I'm doing. I'm coming up with different ways to move forward. You may question my ability to do so, because probably you might say that we're not like moving forward too fast, but at least we are moving forward, you know. And we will move forward in any case, you know. If this is not accepted, okay, community, this is like, this is decentralized. Well, I don't have any tools to make you vote for that, you know. I can talk to you, I can explain, I can discuss, I can answer your questions, but I can't make you. And that's how it works. This is decentralization, this is community, this is how it works. So, of course, I'm ready to accept this outcome as well. Any project you touch turns to shit. Thank you very much. How are you still renting the office in Dubai? I'm not renting anything. I'm in the office of my friends. Uh, when will the points to unit conversion be revealed? Let's keep it a bit like, let's keep the excitement, you know. So it's gonna be good, man. Don't worry. Hey, how's it going with the contest? Let me check. Guys, let's crack 1 million TL. It's 900K at the moment. Wave's price can go up and this TVL will be like this 1 million TVL will be achieved, but let's do it now. Guys, ask me more questions. We have this like thing about like inflation. Strange that nobody's asking because it's quite controversial. The winner last time deposited like 75 waves, I think less. I remember it was like 11. Now we want 100K waves. No, it's not like L2MP price went up 100% since the last AMA. So in USD, you get the same thing. What percentage of unit total supply will go to units retro drop? It's gonna be like in dozens of percent, you know, so I can't tell you the exact number because it's not finalized with the VCs at the moment. But it's not gonna be less than like 10, 20, 30%. So something like that. Did Pete go out on the runway? Yeah, there is some action in terms of like price action currently, so it's good. Let's hope that uh it will be this way in the future as well. And maybe propose half instead of tenfold inflation. Let's be brave and bold, you know. So let's why all those like half measures, you know. When extend $1. If that inflation proposal was accepted or is accepted, we can see it in the near future. Uh, uh, this is what I can tell you now, because we are launching units. Units should help, but it's good to approach this problem from different directions. You know, not be dependent so much on one solution, but you try like two-prong or like three-prong approach. You know, so if we launch units, if we raise the inflation, if we maybe do some other things, all those things combined will do the trick. You know, so but I can't tell you exactly when. My proposal actually was meant to make XTM go up in price pretty fast, because if this proposal is accepted, I think free float, this is like circulating XTM, most of it will be bought back in a few months. Of course, This is contingent on Wave's price being relatively stable, not going like down to 10 cents, of course. But this is not going to happen because with more Waves, we could bootstrap some DeFi protocols that could lock more TVL, which would have positive impact on the Wave's price. We're gonna celebrate Pete's anniversary next week. Pete is gonna be 1 year old, by the way. No, next AMA. So, and Pete's gonna fly for sure. It's a meme coin, so I can tell you that. Uh, it's not that, of course. And Pete is gonna have a bright future. We don't want the price to drop lower. Wave's price should not drop lower, man. So I think we've seen like the worst that could have happened, namely delisting from the largest exchange for Waves, namely Binance. Of course, we have Koreans, and if they delist, it's not going to be good either. But Binance thing was very bad, so I don't think Waves will go down now, and we run a units campaign, and units is basically a product on top of Waves. It's not something new. This is like some expansion of Waves ecosystem, so the idea was to actually launch a new like a new chain with a new token, but at the same time, this chain ties into what we have. So it creates new value and it increases the old value. If feature 23 does not pass, will it try some sort of feature with less inflation? I don't think so, man. No, it's not gonna look good. This is gonna be some kind of like, it's not gonna look good. So I think meanwhile, we are working on other things. So I think we're gonna make it even without this feature being accepted. I would like to have it accepted because it does make a lot of sense to me. But if it does not, okay, so it does not always go according to your plans, and you can't always convince people of something. So I'm not saying that I'm like I'm not Donald Trump, guys, so I can't convince people of anything. I mean, like, of he can convince people of like anything. I can do that, so this is not, I don't mean that, this is a bad suggestion. This is a good proposal actually that I have made. But I probably have to work on my like appeal to masses. And I'm not Donald Trump, guys. So if people are so like cautious, squeamish, and like, wow, what's gonna happen? We're gonna get delisted. Fuck them. Like, fuck those exchanges. Who are they? Who are they? Waves has existed longer than those exchanges. I've seen I've seen things you won't believe, guys. Like if you know what I mean. So I know like Binance launched after Waves, by the way, and I guess OKX launched approximately the same time. But Russian, I was in like the question when I'm gonna do a Russian EMA, I was in the Russian free chat, Waves free chat. I had some discussion about this proposal about inflation. So I think this was like my Russian EMA. Sasha is the most positively stubborn person in crypto. I think if he remains honest with community and hardworking, he'll turn the ship around. Thank you very much for your kind words, man. I'm not stubborn. I'm just like, I don't have any other plans, you know. So this is not stubbornness, you know. This is like saying that, okay, you stubbornly brush your teeth or you stubbornly wash your hands. You know, you have to wash your hands. You have to brush your teeth, man. And it's not stubbornness. This is like something that should be done. Thank you very much, Alexander. Uh, you are not so numerous, but okay, you know. Maybe you are the chosen ones. Googa Booga, what is code? Can't open Unzero wallet. What do you mean? Elaborate. Uh, when Polo? When Binance, you know, the next question, the next big question. When relisting? I don't care. Uh, the guys made the bot on Waves, Ballaball coin. Do you know who they are? No. Uh, Send me a link. What does that bot do? Tell me. We are working on some, yeah, we are working on something, yeah, with community members. Maybe I won't reveal the details, but we are gonna do something on Telegram. Yeah, I wanted to do it faster, but it's not so easy, you know, because there is some like I can explain basically. I wanna do Power DAO on Telegram, but for that we need good Waves wallet. And usually, people create standalone wallets for Telegram. Also for Ton, you have wallet in Telegram, and you have several other Ton wallets, but they're like standalone, like applications that you have to install from App Store on Apple, for example. And it's a bit like it's gonna take months, you know, like, and I'm not ready for that. So I want to do a wallet in Telegram as a mini app, like native wallet for Telegram. Uh, and you will store your seed, for example, in that mini app. So basically, it's going to be like an independent wallet, but in Telegram. And it's fast, but we need to work on some technical stuff so that that wallet could sign transactions. And we are working with community members now uh, on that. And the plan is to release a good wallet for Waves for Telegram. Uh, as for Ballaball coin, I will take a look, or please share the link. Uh, Jonathan, after its launch and has success, we are willing to support the base inflation. I think if it launches properly, we might not need it any longer. You know, we would actually want to reduce the inflation, maybe turn it off completely. Because why would we need inflation if miners can basically farm all those tokens from all the chains? And the APY is going to be higher, definitely, because basically they're going to be mining the tokens of those new chains, and like they're going to be like the early birds because they're going to get the initial supply more or less, you know. And it's just going to be very lucrative. And if there is like a few good chains, the APY can be like in double digits. Uh, how to access airdrop? Participate in TVL campaign or testnet campaign, and you're gonna get your points, and those points will be converted to units. Invite codes, I have one in my Twitter, or people can share their codes here. How many dogs do you have? I don't have any dogs. Man, I think it's very cruel to have dogs in an apartment, you know. It's like, no. Uh, Fail to validate. Maybe you have a wrong invite code. Somebody shared the code. Yeah, so somebody shared FOMO. F shared his code. You can take a look. My code is in my Twitter on top. I'm not going to promote it, but is anybody participating in this thing? Because you don't have that much time left. Let me find the link for that address so that I can track how it goes. Where is what address is that? Wait. No, something is happening. I'm wrong. Something is happening, guys. Not much, but you can't ask for much. You can track how it goes here. And like the last block is, let me remind you what the last block is for you to participate. That's 036036. And now we have 022. So 14 minutes, guys, approximately, give or take. I have no Keeper wallet. It takes a minute to install it, man. Don't be lazy. What went wrong with your finance and waves? USD and stablecoin depacked in a very, very bad way due to basically two things. It was like not immune to, as it turned out, to some kind of like FUD attacks, and there was a FUD attack. So that's the result. After that, a lot of waves had to be sold to release as much liquidity back to providers as possible, but it wasn't sufficient, so some people got stuck. Waves basically went to $1, and we have been struggling with this. But we are gonna crack it, and we're gonna resolve. Just install Keeper Wallet. It takes a minute. It's like a regular plugin for Chrome or for Chrome, yeah, or for Firefox as well. You need to get a little Shih Tzu. Shih Tzu. What's Shih Tzu? You mean like the author of Art of War, like this Chinese book? I tried to read it, but it's like maybe not my thing. I think it's too self-evident. FOMO Farms talks about NFT dogs. Yeah, maybe. I think Bram wanted to launch other types of animals. Yeah, I know what you mean. But Bram is like, is this is his thing. I don't have any say in what he does actually. But I fully support. Waves Ducks is a very nice game. A lot of people participate, a lot of developers. Initially, I came up with this idea, then Vladimir tweaked it very substantially, so in all, and some other guys were there, and now it's prom, so a lot of people participated, so and it's very cute. It has great art. I think those mutant ducks are amazingly cute, in my opinion. So maybe Waves Ducks is gonna come back. So let's see how it goes. Let's breed a canine live on stream. Yeah, I think Bram should do those things. Bram is a good guy, and I think he's doing a great job, especially under the circumstances that we've had over the last 2 years. So what's the last block? So I don't forget. Let's crack 1 million TVL, guys, please. Okay, if not now, it will be broken definitely until next AMA, that's for sure. Maybe next AMA we will do something else. Next AMA is gonna be Pete anniversary. 1 year ago, Pete was launched in a week. Oh, 36, 12 minutes. 12 minutes, guys. What about SBT and virus? The plans have not changed. This is what I can tell you. I really want to launch this index product in EVM chains. I want to help the former Neutrino team launch it. But now I'm focusing on units, man, because there is a lot of work around units. Work around units, not work around units. But that's not such a difficult product to launch, actually. We just need to do that. As for the waves part, I think Windex has kind of finalized it, I think it's a good thing that Vladimir did. And Windex is like something that can actually become bigger if situation in the waves is better, So as for Ethereum part, it should be just implemented finally, somebody, not somebody, hopefully, Neutrino team should finally do that. It's a very straightforward product, actually. Virus, I think, should remain the way it is. I had this idea to launch the fixed interest product. I tried to raise some community funds. I didn't succeed. And after that, I saw Pendler. I think you know Pendler. Pendler is big now. And they had the same idea, more or less, but done in a more DeFi way. So I think their idea is better. So I think Virus should just probably stay the way it is. If situation on Waves is better, there is going to be some liquidity in it in version 2, Virus V2. And probably we can get somebody to develop it further. As for new lending protocols, I'm not really gonna do any DeFi projects, guys, really. DeFi is something that I am not particularly interested in. So you need to create something to keep up with the market, and I can definitely do DeFi, but this is not something I aspire to. No. I'm interested in basically two things in blockchain world: scalability and DAOs. So I want to stick to those things. Uh, New domain updates, please elaborate. Waste domains. Yeah, I can tell you what's gonna happen. Max, who was doing waste domains, and Keeper will actually he gave already like the ownership of the project to some other team. I think there's gonna be an announcement, and they're gonna develop Keeper product and domains, I think, as well. But let me talk to them again. Max has had some like issues. I'm not 100% sure about the nature of those issues, but he kind of like didn't do anything. But he's a good guy, and I think he had some like real issues. But Keeper is in good hands now. And domains, with domains is a product which is like tightly integrated into the Keeper. So I think there's gonna be progress for it as well. So what's the last block actually? It's 32, yeah. Well, let me check again. Oh 36, 036. 7 minutes, 7 blocks. The domain update inside the feature 23. Please explain what domain inside inflation feature. How do you like them? Yeah, you should share, Bram, you should share the new docs here. Um, Definitely, this is a very natural development for waste ducts to basically diversify, to provide some diversity, not only ducks, but also dogs, and maybe cats, and maybe turtles, and some other animals. So diversity, guys. I'm not saying that waste ducks is like woke, because crypto is very non-woke, unfortunately. But okay, let's have some diversity. We have a big event going. Great. Tell us more, Bram. Graham, tell us more about the big event. Cool. The rewards are in which tokens? In X? Okay, some action in former game. Three blocks to go. Guys, go participate in Waste Ducks event. Waste Ducks is amazing. Ah, okay, this is very technical, man. It's very good that you read those technical descriptions. Yeah, basically, yes. So you can just like you can attach a domain name to your node, not only IP, but a domain, proper domain name. This is like a nice feature, obviously. And what does the dog do? What's its mission? Bram is a beast. I concur. Bram is a good guy and very persistent. I want to spend my WG in Union Zero. Let's see, maybe we can do some airdrop, but I haven't made up my mind on the mechanics of that like airdrop yet, but let's see how it goes. Of course, we want to resolve this as fast as possible, and if people are willing to do that, like swap their WGs into units, it's a good option. Are you going to talk to Paribu node and some teams to vote in favor of the block reward node voting? I usually don't do any kind of like behind the scenes talks. I talk in public groups. And as for Paribu, they have this like position. They vote for the feature if the rest of the community, of the miners community, has voted for it. So because they have a lot of stake, which is not theirs actually. This is a stake of their users. So if they vote as the rest of the community, so and they stick to it. So probably that makes sense to talk to them. It makes sense to talk to the community as a whole and try to convince them that it does make sense and to maybe like somehow they have some like fears, like some kind of like bad feelings, about this because people don't generally like inflation, but it depends on the conditions under which that inflation happens. I would put it this way. If it's like limited in time, it's not inflation, it's just emission, like some kind of like you emit additional supply for a very specific goal. This is what we do more or less. It's controlled. What is bad is like what is bad about inflation? I can tell you, inflation is bad when you can't control it because fiat world actually can't work without inflation. It's impossible. You need to inflate uh, the monetary supply because there is like a lot of things that basically take money out of circulation, and like people like they because it's very inefficient, you know. So inflation is very natural. You can't do without inflation, absolutely. And inflation is okay when it is under control, and that's why we have like central banks who like play with the interest rate to tame to this inflation, to have it under control. So, and in our case, it's like very controlled because we control it, you know. So and it's not like, you know, so and the worst thing that can happen is like uncontrolled inflation, which for example happened a couple of times, for example in like in Germany after uh, the First World War was crazy. In Zimbabwe, you know, they just like carted money to the market, you know, to pay for like a cucumber with 1 kilo of money, you know. So because it's like it couldn't be controlled, you know. So there was no value that you could attach to that paper money, you know. That's it. Money stopped working, and this is not our case. Um, can connect keeper to WX. Why do you not? It's like set. No. Why are you connecting to WX? Ah, okay. No, you have to choose when you log into WX. You have to choose keeper authorization. Block, yes. Let's see how it goes. Who is the winner? Who is the winner? Let's check the block. 48 transactions. 32 invokes. Yeah, that's the guy, I think. That's the guy. If I'm not mistaken. That is this a guy? I think this is a guy. We haven't cracked 1 million. Okay, next time, guys. Next time. I believe in you. Next time. But we did have a lot of new people. Like 20, at least 20 people participated, which is good. I like how you know us, but you don't know whose Waves address is whose, so you can't show favorites. No, I don't care, guys. Somebody has to win. It was a classical formal game. Last time we did it differently because you needed to deposit the largest amount. Now it's like more traditional. You just have to be the last one to deposit at all. And it doesn't matter how much you deposited. What's the plan with GWX? The plan is the same. I actually talked about it during the CME. Probably you aren't here, so I can repeat, no problem. We stick to the plan that we announced, trying to buy it back with WX fees. Fees are low. This is a big problem. So we have to increase the fees somehow. And probably in the short run, we will have more impact on the situation from units launch. So if units network launches well, it can really have a very positive impact on this situation because we can channel some of the liquidity that will be coming to Waves ecosystem into WFG in one way or another. and it's not too long to wait, so like a couple months. And I think this is like the most important thing in the short term for the resolution of the situation. But like the initial plan to buy it back with the fees still stands. We just need to increase those like trading volumes on WX. Okay, so we have the winner, right? So I will send L2MPs a bit later. If you agree with me that this is the winner, if you have some doubts, but I just took the last transaction in 036 block, and it seems to be correct. So what's gonna be next week? Next week we will have interface front end for the bridge, and this task will be added to our questing so that you can check the bridge, help us test it out, and earn some points. Also, probably the second part of the bridge, namely waves to unit zero transaction, will be deployed to StageNet, I think. Not sure about the testnet, but it's coming. And like our like campaign, TVL campaign, influencer campaign, it's moving forward. It's like more influencers are being involved. And guys, unit is coming. It's pretty soon. The development is almost complete. We need to do some proper marketing and fly. Some more questions. Do you see a day where XTN is all bought back and WG is resolved? Of course I do. Sure. Yes. There is not a problem that can be resolved, you know. Is there any benefit to locking WX? Uh, Depends on what you want to do, man. We have pretty nice APY, I think, on WX for certain pools. There is not so much liquidity there, but APYs are nice, and everything is working like clockwork, you know, so nothing is like broken. And some people make good money, you know. Some people are kind of like afraid because we have the situation with WGs, but currently there is no WGs anymore, you know, there. So basically, there's no centralized gateways. And if you, for example, stake your waves or even your WX in corresponding pools, and you lock your WX so that you can boost your APY, because if you lock your WX and vote for the pool where you put your liquidity in, you get like a lot more APY in APY. So yeah, if you provide liquidity, it does make sense. If you just want to lock it, not so sure actually. You can actually use it in Stake Booster. It's a product on top of NWX. Like Convex is a product on top of Curve, it's the same logic. So you can use it in Stake Booster. Probably yes. If you use it in Stake Booster, you're gonna get some nice APY, and as those like protocols on top of Curve work, basically you get a token when you lock your WX. Basically, you can't unlock it for 4 years, but you get a token instead, which is tradable. So basically, it means that you can lock WX, but at the same time, you still have a token which can be sold, for example. So it's a good option. Check Stake Booster, stakebooster.com. The activity is fun. Let's repeat. Sure, next time I will do that again. Okay, guys. So that's about it. Maybe if you have a couple more questions. If you don't, I'll be wrapping this thing up. Thank you, Dan. Okay, so next week, bridges and more bridges, more activity around the campaign, more posts, more videos, more influencers, more tweets, more everything. That's it for today, guys. I love you all. Ride on waves, power to the people. Events is coming. Have a very nice, productive week. Till next Friday. Bye, guys.